morning, folks. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anna Naveed, and I am the co founder and chief marketing officer at WebHR. And before I give you a brief intro about me, I would like to thank the organizers of this event to give me an opportunity to be here at this platform. I'm also delighted to be speaking at this event for a topic that is very close to my heart. I feel honored to be speaking to you folks, as my roots are from the very same place. My mother was a professor at Sindh University, and I was born and raised in Jamshoro, transitioning into becoming one of the founders of the company called WebHR. The company began working from a little office connected to home, then moved out of the home to a new location within Hyderabad, and then moved to the headquarters of Silicon Valley in California, where now I'm based. Today I want to share my journey with you and the lessons I've learned along the way. Let me tell you, the journey has not been without its challenges. Being a mother of 3 kids and being an entrepreneur is not an easy task. But is it rewarding? Definitely. Today I would like to discuss the challenges faced by women entrepreneurs. I would like to start from the very basics. Women have been told time and again, through ages, that they can fit in certain roles and stay limited in those. They're either homemakers or rebels. Our women have been pushed back by all kinds of elements in the society, all the way to the very basic lack of resources. I believe that with determination, creativity, and a willingness to take risks, women entrepreneurs can create opportunities for themselves and make a positive impact in their communities. Let's first discuss how access to finance plays a very vital role in being one of the main challenges. Women entrepreneurs often face difficulties in securing funding and loans due to the lack of collateral and perceived higher risk. I would urge all women to look at programs that offer microloans or funds that help them start or get a seed fund. Could be family or friends, or formulate an idea, make a pitch, and showcase it at different platforms. There are new budding incubators that you could always take advantage of. Don't be embarrassed to start small. Google, Amazon, Facebook all started in garages and small facilities. No business or organization starts big, and if they do, trust me, it is designed to fail. Learn the concept of bootstrapping unless you're profitable. Let's see how sometimes lack of networking opportunities affect this scenario. Women may have limited access to networks, mentorship, and other resources, making it harder for them to grow their businesses. Let me get you in on a little secret. You do not need mentors to tell you that you can do it. If you know you can do it, you will find resources that will make it happen. Do not follow YouTubers and coaches and life coaches and all these people that tell you how to do it. Because if they knew how, they would have done it themselves. Having said that, it is important to follow those that have actually been successful entrepreneurs. Don't focus on making money. That should not be your objective. Build solutions that actually make sense and solve a problem. Don't make copycat products. That's not how the world goes. You need to be innovative. Make things that make sense in your own socio-economic scenario. Ladies, you do not need to focus on your target group only. You don't need to make products that are targeting and focusing on women only. Take an example of the founder of Canva. I'm pretty sure you've heard what Canva is and used it. These lady founders are true examples of how to make your products go viral and yet solve problems. Work hard, study hard, gain your experience at your job. But always remember, entrepreneurship is a completely different world altogether. It's okay to have a safe and secure job if that's what you want from life. Because being an entrepreneurship is not easy. It's even more tough if you're a woman. Being an entrepreneur truly means that you will have to take a leap of faith. I would tell you not to look at billionaires, because when you think of entrepreneurship, I want you to create value in a society that needs it the most at the moment. Trust me, if Allah didn't want women to be entrepreneurs, Hazrat Khadija alayhi salam would not have been one. I take her as a perfect role model. I tell you today that the norms created today, as we see them, are absolutely wrong. If it were such a scandalous thing for a woman to own a business, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would not have married a businesswoman. You certainly don't have to be an MBA or a business graduate to know how to run a business. And you certainly don't have to be a finance major to successfully formulate a financial plan for your company. The world is moving at a very fast pace. Learning is at the fingertips. There are a lot of courses that are free. Knowledge is free. And you can just start taking those courses right away. The limitations are up here in our mind only. Once you break through those, the world is open to you, and so are the opportunities. Let's also talk about work-life balance. Balancing work and family responsibilities can be challenging for women entrepreneurs, particularly in cultures where traditional gender roles persist, especially societal attitudes. For example, in Pakistan, traditional gender roles and societal attitudes often limit women's involvement in business and entrepreneurship. They try to create barriers for women entrepreneurs. The only solution to that is to keep believing in yourself, to be resilient, and show through your work again and again that you deserve to be where you are. Societies all over the world are gender biased. But that is exactly when you break the glass ceiling and shine. Never let anyone define you. Make your own definitions. All of us know that entrepreneurship is tough and even more challenging being a woman. But I see hope and I see light at the end of the tunnel. I see promising young ladies coming out of Pakistan and making their mark in the world. I just hope the momentum increases until it becomes a norm. Another major challenge that women face is violence and security concerns. Women entrepreneurs in Pakistan may face security concerns and threat of violence, particularly if they work in conflict-prone areas and or their businesses are threatening gender norms. Malala Yousafzai was shot in the face for going to school. Did they break her? They harmed her physically, but they could not break her ambition and resilience. What doesn't kill you would only make you stronger. We understand the security threats and violence against women, but it should never stop us. I would like to end this with a poem by Kishore Nahid. This is a translation. Even after you have tied chains of domesticity, shame and modesty around my feet, even after you have paralyzed me, this fear will not leave you. That though I cannot speak, I can think. I hope women know their true worth and keep walking the walk and be recognized globally for their skills and wisdom. I am sure the women in Pakistan are going to make it big in the world. They will make their mark. I believe in the women of Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Anna. Now, for the final keynote, we are very delighted to have with us Dr. Mir Dost to give the keynote talk. Dr. Mir Dost is Assistant Professor of Entrepreneurship and Management at Al Maktoum College of Higher Education, Dundee, Scotland, UK. He would be joining us online from UK, and we are very privileged and honored that, sir, you have joined. I believe, sir, you can hear us. Hello?
Yes, I do hear
Okay.
you. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Over to you now, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. It's truly a pleasure. I can see Dr. Tania Mushtaq and Dr. Mushtaq Jariko, my favorite teachers. Definitely, I'm graduate from IBA Sindh University, and I'm proud of that. And I did my another master from AIT Thailand, and I did my PhD in entrepreneurship and innovation management. and have been serving in different countries. That includes Thailand, Pakistan, Oman, and now this European part of the world. And thank you, Ms. Arifa Bhutto, for invitation. I'm excited, to be very honest, very excited. And excitation is actually when you are talking in front of your teachers, in front of your colleagues, which is again as I said, it's a morning here, 10:30. So very good morning and good afternoon that part of the world. And thank you for the opportunity to talk. I will talk about. Good to see a lot of men in a woman entrepreneurship conference, which is exciting. We're supposed to talk about the entrepreneurship per se woman. So it's great to see. So entrepreneurship does not have any gender. Entrepreneurship is for all. Entrepreneurship for male, female, he, she, it, or whatever you believe in. One thing is common in entrepreneurship, whether it's done by male or female, there should be a innovation, there should be a creativity, there should be a risk-taking approach. Now, dynamics of risk are changed now. And if you look into the Dr. Saraswati's effectuation model, now things are like other way around. It's not entrepreneurship anymore. It's effectuation model. That means that you have to capitalize on your available resources, available means, and taking a certain degree of a risk to be an entrepreneur. Now, if you allow me, I will take you through some of the facts and figures in Pakistan related to the entrepreneurship, actually what ecosystem, playing a role to enable these, half population of Pakistan to become an entrepreneur or to become their own bosses. Um, can you able me to, to share my screen? Can someone allow me to share my screen? I'm sorry for that. Yeah, so I just wanted to, share my talk. There we go. Let me find it out. So bear with me. Just there we go. Yeah. So I will try to be brief. I know you have heard a lot from speakers. It's been 2 days. In Pakistan, everybody loves to hear, just the first speaker. Then last one is like, okay, we know. Say something new. I try to precise my talk. So I will keep my this talk around what are the barriers and what are as the topic is opportunities to the women entrepreneurs, and I will bring you two case studies. One case study is from Oman. I taught in Oman, one of the universities, and one of the students I taught entrepreneur. Not the one of the students, one of the courses I taught was entrepreneurship, and one female entrepreneur. She was so much interested. Back and forth, we had sort of discussions, and last 2 days before, she shared with me that she has now her own business and she's progressing very well. I thought to share that one. So if we talk about the perspective of challenges for the woman in Pakistan for entrepreneurship, it's really like it's like it's nowhere if we put it in different perspective. Although national incubation centers, I would say billions of rupees are being invested on developing an ecosystem. Despite that, we are not like having those sort of formal entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship does not mean you start with the business and just you're earning your livelihood. This is according to the global entrepreneurship monitor. This is a necessity entrepreneur. You just in a frustration go to start something, whatever investment you have, and you just not creating any value to the economy or something. This is a necessity. There's no opportunity sort of entrepreneurship where we can say that any product or service that has been introduced by these NICs and they have developed certain markets, and they have created jobs, and they have really contributed into the economy. We are not seeing this sort of there are women out there, they have their businesses, but we might not bring them into the definition of actual entrepreneurs, maybe necessity entrepreneurs. So this situation is really limited. So most of these studies, whatever we have looked into the research papers or we have asked from the entrepreneurs, most of them, they have one complaint, is that lack of access to finance is one of the barriers. Definitely finance is a barrier, and without having financial assistance, it's very difficult to start with something new and something which again embedded with the finance. So according to the State Bank of Pakistan's statistics, it suggests that gender-wise distribution of gross loan portfolio shows that small and medium businesses loans, women have a just access. 3% of women have access to those loans, and 97% are accessed by the main counterpart. This is really something we have to think about it. Even this is a report by State Bank of Pakistan. 3% of the female have access to SMEs loans, and if we look into the microfinance loans, women have just 19%. And microfinance loans, actually most of the work which is done by entrepreneurs, they are female, but female have very less access to those finances, and on the other side, 81% of the population, which is percentage, which is main, they have access. Now, the issue is, even in Pakistan, women are not able to open their bank accounts because bankers think that it's very difficult to trace who they are, whether they are credible or not, who is their husband or father or whatever. This evidence we can find from the Asian Development Bank, which suggests that banks have a gap because of they have a perception or a preconceived notion that female clients lack credit worthiness, which is, again, it's a biased approach towards more than half of the population of the country. And rural and urban areas, in rural areas and urban areas, both areas, they are not aware of the financial services which are available to their countries. I would say now it comes to the information sharing. These individuals, they even don't know how much loans are available for the female, either it be a male or either it be a rural or urban areas. Now, if you look into the employment status, that reflects how much we are allowing or empowering our women to go into the industry, go into the market, to work and to understand and develop your knowledge, skills, and abilities. To be very honest, my respectable teachers are sitting there. If you look into the academic perspective, the brightest students, I'm not being gender biased, brightest students are female. They obtain 4 out of 4 CGPA, but once they are CGPA, you don't find them into the industry or opening up with their businesses for a lot of reasons. So 4.3%, which is a meager one, and industries are worse. Any industry, if you go to find out, all male employees you will find. According to the research, which is very interesting, they say that companies which have more female entrepreneurs in finance, they are more profitable. So that means that financial perspective, female have a more sort of abilities and skills to be better than their counterparts. And work environment is not encouraging, to be very honest. Like, it's safety is one of the concerns, security is one of the concerns, and these industries are not even offering any sort of a daycare centers. And also, these female, definitely when they reach to the point of going outside to be entrepreneurs or working for an industry, they have their children, there is nothing, no facility to take care of. Even there is harassment, it's like a lot of things go like unheard from these voices. And a lot of laws we have, but these laws are not in practice, unfortunately. That is also one of the barriers of a woman to go and to become an entrepreneur. As one of the speakers before me was saying, like, entrepreneur is something of a risk taking. Definitely risk is associated. No risk, no reward. जैसे उर्दू में कहते हैं कि भाई रिस्क के लिए रिस्क लेना पड़ता है, तो you have to, if you want to earn a legit a bread or legit meal, you have to take a risk. So very difficult for female to go outside and work with their colleagues and outside. So in rural areas, which is worse, even women in rural areas, we have seen. I will share with you one of the case studies from rural Sindh, even that how these lovely, beautiful women, they have their skills, they have their abilities, they are really good at something, they are producing something, but unfortunately the middleman is in between the actual small or micro entrepreneur and the market, and they are making more profit than women per se. According to one of the studies which was published in recently published, I would say, in a top journal in entrepreneurship theory and practice, which is a very top class journal. They say that, look, previous studies were not covering, they were just covering the woman perspective and comparing it with the man. Now the comparison should be how much support you have for the woman. For example, in Pakistani perspective, 3% of the female have access to the finance. Now tell me, if you have a 3% of the entire population, if you split it, they are 51 and we male are 49 in Pakistan. Despite that, they have a 3% access, which is like, very difficult, very unfair to compare male with the female in terms of entrepreneurship, and also and fear of failure. Definitely fear of failure. If you are not letting them to access to the resources, if you're not allowing them to go and to do something, definitely they are more fearful. Entrepreneurship is all about taking a risk. I mean, you don't have to just blind your eyes and jump into the entrepreneur. Definitely, as Saraswati Saraswati of Darden Business School, University of Georgia, she said, in her 5 principles of effectuation, which is a base model, that you have to always take a calculated risk, not just the risk, as the finance people finance experts say, that there should be a portfolio management. You don't have to put all eggs in a one basket. Means you have to diversify it in case of some losses. You must have something in a backup. So, and also lack of competency. This is unfair. Female have competency. Unfortunately, that competency is not tested in the market. That's why if you are not testing your capabilities and abilities, how do you know how good you are at those capabilities? As I said, if you look into the academic perspective, they have finest grades, but when it comes in terms of starting something or working in the organization, that lacks, and there are a lot of reasons potentially. Now, uh, uh, there are challenges, definitely. More now, female are being empowered, which is a good thing. Previously, there was a dependency on a male. There was a dependency on like certain things, and there was an unequal distribution of resources. Usually, resources meaning whatever you inheritically have it. Unfortunately, until now, parents have a resource distribution. My son will take the bigger chunk because he's a son. He must have everything the parents earn for. But what about the female? What about your baby girl? What about her? So these things need to be think over. And also there could be, and from the governmental perspective, definitely we're living in a country. Morning I was reading a news, 22 rupees petrol prices are high. Actually, petrol prices are not high. Your dollar is not doing good. When the dollar goes down, definitely you have to pay to the countries where you're buying a petrol. You pay them in a dollar. So it's not a increase in the prices. It's a issue with the something different. Anyways, so IMF, according to the IMF, it suggests that Pakistan GDP can rise 30%. 30% is a huge. It's a big prediction by the IMF, if government empowers, if there are opportunities for the woman who can join this workforce, who can join this entrepreneurial activities, who can contribute, into the business development, into certain areas. And also, Goldman Sachs, they in their report, they suggest that Pakistan can increase its, again, per capita income by 14% from 2020 to 2030, if they include women into the main work stream, including empowering women in terms of entrepreneurship and some other areas. World Bank argues about the Pakistan that Pakistan has only used 40% of its human resource potential, which translates into poor economic growth. If your human resource is not utilized, definitely you are in a deep trouble. So today's competition is all about usage of your resources. Why waste is a waste? Because they are developing businesses which are value added. They are developing businesses, we are following them just, right? So again, it's a dismal position of Pakistan in terms of utilization of resources. Definitely 40%, if you're utilizing just 40%, that means you are not utilizing properly the resources, particularly women. So to reverse the situation, there are suggestions also, and they suggest that you have to unlock women's potential. Women have a huge potential. Women can take care. Let me be honest with you. The best manager in the world is a mother, and she has the best qualities of a manager. Best qualities of a manager to manage a house. It's very difficult to manage a house. They have a potential. So female have more entrepreneurial and managerial abilities. It's inheritable. Let's utilize that, and let's get maximum benefit out of it. It was in 80s basically the comparison was done why women businesses are failing than the male counterparts. So they were looking into different perspective, but they were not looking into the overall entrepreneurial perspective, meaning social and environmental, and also failure or success of the entrepreneurial activity. Of course, there could be a lot of things which can be improved, including you must have a legal rights. You have to implement them. Actually, you don't have to just go into a conference and just pass the laws and everything is in the law. There is no implementation. There must be proper access to the education, higher education, and also apprenticeship training should be there, and also there should be a truly national family leave policy. Uh, lot of biases towards female is like, oh, they come to the work and they will ask for maternity leave for 3 months. Definitely, it is their right. They are built something like that. So you can't say no because you want to make a profitability. There should be implementation. These are the basic rights. These are the fundamental rights. Definitely, you have to think about your culture. So usually, culture and religion has become one of the biggest barriers to stop women towards entrepreneurial activities. I mean, it's very difficult even to talk about it. So you have to rethink. Scholars will have to rethink. Scholars will have to write research papers and publish them so these policymakers can have access and understand the actual dynamics. And unfortunately, people, into the politic, quarters, they don't understand the society dynamics and how gonna they legislate and execute and judiciary will implement. So this is very important. So the world has moved on. The world has moved on from what is wrong with the woman to what is wrong with the system. It's not wrong with the woman, it's wrong with the system. That is actually a barrier. So let's think about developing those systems, empowering those systems. Like, it should not be a gender sort of a system. So it should be for all. And according to again, I will bring you statistics because I do believe like numbers talk better than talk itself. So they will have to improve the system to achieve high female engagement in economic activities. Without female involvement into the economic activities, to be very honest, things will go back to the worse. And this will go on because you cannot ignore your better half. So better half, you have to put them into the consideration. You have to empower them. Look at the model of Bangladesh. I met with the professor Grameen Bank's had Muhammad Yunus, and next month we have a conference. We have invited him here to come in, and we met him, and personally I met him, and it was a great honor. Look at the Grameen Bank. It changed entire Bangladesh economic system. and they empowered actually women by adjusting some sort of domestic challenges, and banks in Bangladesh lend 15% of their funds to women entrepreneurs. Look at your banks, how much they pay to the actual woman, sort of a loan or business development funds. And also they have to let accelerate entrepreneurship, and government will have to invest in policies and initiatives. To be very honest, policies are there. We need now implementation. We have enough policies. We have base policies. Usually people talk about, oh, South Korea took Pakistan's economic plan in 1965 when Ayub Khan was the president, and they improved. And when I met with a Korean guy and I was saying, like, is it true? They say, well, we implemented it, right? Policy is always there. It needs to be implemented by a true heart and with spirit. So government don't have to just make policies. Make now implementation. Now be serious. You can't ignore this situation longer than this is a do and die situation for Pakistan in terms of economics. You as a country, you have $3 billion into your accounts. Even Apple company has a $1 trillion. It has $100 billion per year, profits. One company is making, $100 billion profit. So think about it. Even TikTok makes more money than the Pakistan's overall GDP. I mean, one month it made $12 billion. So $12 billion, right? You're making negotiation with the IMF for $3 billion, and you're increasing the prices. Think about it in that perspective. And also, you will have to give a holistic environment where women can translate their ideas into successful business ventures. You have to think about it. You can't ignore it, as I said, and you can unlock 60%, which is the highest percentage hidden potential for its human development. So I will just take you through, like, it's not a woman or stopped, or women are not allowed to do the business. Sometimes, like, I feel these women will have to come forward. You don't have to wait for someone to, allow you or pass a law for you or think about it in that way. You have to come forward. There are a lot of opportunities out there. Just they are waiting for you to come. Just don't think about yourself. I am a female if I go outside. So you have to convince your family or whatever quarters you think you are relying on. You have to come forward. There are two case studies. One is from Oman. This girl actually, she graduated in January 6th, and I actually taught this when I shared this keynote talk, and she commented via WhatsApp, and I said, oh wow, good to hear from you. So let me know your story. And she said, oh, I love to share with you, and I'm doing this business, etc. She lives in Oman. Oman is, again, it's a very Islamic and very introvert country, but women are so empowered. Women are like, more women are into the offices than men. More women are driving cars than men. Anywhere we go and we see women are so empowered, definitely you are following your tradition or some whatever cultural things are there. You have to follow if it's the law in the country, but they are so empowered. It's the state which guarantees. So this little girl started her business from 20 to 25 Omani Riyal. And if you know, Omani Riyal is the third best currency in the world after Kuwait and after Bahrain. Third one is Omani Riyal, and one Omani Riyal is equal to 650 rupees. I think now it's more than one Omani Riyal, 650. It's like, wow. So she started with a small amount. She was doing everything by herself when she was a student. Actually, entrepreneurship is a mindset. You can maybe teach it, but if it is in you, if you have made your mind, it's amazing. So she was following her studies, and she was also following her dream of becoming an entrepreneur. She started something by herself, whatever resources she had, and later on, these are the words she shared with me, and I asked her permission whether I can share or not, and she allowed me. And she said while studying in university, she did not give up, and as she said, I did not just stop here. She keep working, and she started with this one with a very small, and now currently she created an Instagram app, and now she has 35,000. Sorry? I'm sorry. Is it coming now? Oh, is it? Coming? Oh. Why is that? Let me bring it again. No problem, no problem. Yeah, sure. So I thought I thought you could see this one, but if not, it's fine, right? You could see this one, right? No? Okay. Oh, I didn't say anything that might cause my. Okay, so let me say. I'm sorry about that. This is the technology, right? So technology has pros and. Is it okay now? Is it coming now? I thought we have enough time, but anyways, okay. So this was the case by a female entrepreneur from Oman, and she started with the 20 to 25 Omani Riyal. Now she is making a profit of almost 4 to 5,000 Omani Riyal. I told you one Omani Riyal is equivalent to 650 Pakistani rupees. So there are also a lot of case studies from Pakistan. SRSO, Sindh Rural Support Program, it's doing great job in terms of providing support to the female entrepreneurs, particularly those who have expertise into the weaving or handicraft. They are doing great job. I had this case study last night. One of my friends from Sarso shared with me. I thought to share with you. So one of the quotations from Oprah Winfrey, if you heard about this name, she's a gorgeous lady, and she is more into TV host and CEO. She says that for the female particularly, think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepstone to greatness. So my message to both, like, to the system and to the female is definitely opportunities are there. You will have to go for that opportunity. You will have to really change your mindset now from being dependent into the being independent, and whatever skills you have, whatever abilities you have, whatever resources you have, you just don't have to rely on a government to come to you and offer you financial assistance, something like that. You will have to start it from the scratch, and someday you can become a next queen in the system of entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your wonderful talk. And with that, we conclude our the keynote session. And
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, this almost concludes the 2-day events that we hosted, and it was a wonderful experience and wonderful gateway to a completely new dimensional knowledge. So, in order to officiate the final closing ceremony, I would request Dr. Kamran Taj Pathan to come forward and give the vote of thanks to the audience and all the participants.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First International Conference on Women Entrepreneurship, Challenges and Opportunities, held on 15 and 16 February 2023. It was the combination of different sections like keynote speakers, panel discussions, paper presentation and incubation centers, along with the stalls. We thank to all the national cities who have contributed, like Lahore, Peshawar, Karachi, Sakkar, Hyderabad, Tandojam, and especially Jamshoro. As far as the international conference is concerned, we would like to thank also the countries who have contributed actively, starting from United States of America, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Europe, UK, Dubai, of course our loving Pakistan, and Europe. As some key persons are considered, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Meritorious Dr. Mohammad Siddiq Kalodo Saab, Professor Dr. Khalilur Rahman Khumbati Saab, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Arfa Bhutto, the organizer of the event, Professor Dr. Zishan Bhatti, an associate professor and also the secretary of the conference. I would like to thank also chief guest, Madam Tanzila, the guest of honor, Madam Shah, the other dignitaries like our participants, partners, special partners who had taken all the things in hand and didn't make us feel that we are alone. Media, print, news, social, digital, keynotes, moderators, researchers, fascinating decorations, young entrepreneurs, admin, staff, faculty members, I would like to thank you all. लेकिन फिर इसमें कहाँ पे हम कुछ रोक रहे हैं, कुछ भूल रहे हैं। तो जब मैं आ रहा था तो मुझे 4 फीमेल मिली। उनमें से एक ने कहा कि मेरे बारे में कहना कि मैं तुमसे पैदा हुई हूं इस दुनिया को चलाने के लिए। कहना कि मैं मां हूं, कहना कि जब तुम नहीं होते तो मैं बाप बन जाती हूं। अचानक जो मुड़ के देखा तो देखा एक और औरत मुझे कुछ कह रही थी। उसने कहा कि मैं बहन हूं। उसने कहा जब मैं छोटी हूं तुमसे तो तुम्हारी मदद चाहती हूं, और जब मैं तुमसे बड़ी हूं तो तुम्हारी ढाल बन जाती हूं। उसने कहा जब कोई तुम्हें छेड़े तो मैं आगे सीसा पिलाई दीवार बन जाती हूं। फिर अचानक कहीं से आवाज आई कि मुझे भूल जाओगे क्या। क्या मेरा नाम नहीं लोगे? मैं तो तुम्हारा आप हूं, मैं तो तुम्हारी बीवी हूं। मैं तो तुम्हारा हिस्सा हूं। क्या मुझे नहीं थैंक यू कहोगे, वो भी इस दिन? मैं तो उस वक्त भी तुम्हारे साथ होती हूं जब तुम साथ नहीं होते। मैं तो तुम्हारा आप होती हूं जब तुम आप नहीं होते। मुझे कैसे भूल सकते हो उस दिन जब सारा वजन तुम्हारे कंधों पे होगा और तुम्हें किसी को थैंक यू कहना होगा। तो फिर अचानक कहीं से आवाज आई किसी बेटी की। उसने कहा, मैं तुमसे पैदा हुई, मैं तुम्हारा हिस्सा हूं, लेकिन तुम्हें पता है मैं बेटी के साथ बेटा हूं। सिर्फ बेटा वो है जिसको हम बेटी नहीं कह सकते, लेकिन बेटी वो है जिसको हम बेटा कह सकते हैं। मैं सिन्फ़े नाजुक बहुत ताकतवर हूं कहना सबको, मेरा ये पैगाम पहुंचा के रहना सबको। मैं तुम्हारा वजूद हूं कहना सबको, मैं तुम्हारा वजूद हूं कहना सबको। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Wonderful, sir. Thank you very much for that. Now, I would request Professor Dr. Khalil Rahman Kumbadi Saab to kindly join us on the stage so we can give token of appreciation to our some guests. I would also request Dr. Lakshman Das to kindly come and join us on the stage. I would also request Dr. Zain to kindly please join us this time. Dr. Wahid Naisar, sir, please join us on the stage. Okay. First of all, we would like to give our token of appreciation to Mr. Ahsan Mirza from National Bank of Pakistan. They are our main sponsors of the event. Without their support and help, this event would have been very difficult to uphold. So, sir, please come forward and receive the token of appreciation. Mr. Ahsan Mirza from National Bank, please, once again. We would also request Mr. Adib Mala from Media 360. They are our media partner. They have been covering the entire event, and not only covering it, but broadcasting it live on YouTube and Facebook as well. So the entire event is also recorded, available for viewing even after the session. Okay. Now, we would also like to give our appreciation to the members of Handicraft and Handicraft Association who have come here from long way and have stayed with us for 2 days and hosted their stalls as well. So first we would request Ms. Yasmeen Misbah, Administrative Head of Handicraft Association of Pakistan, HAP, to kindly come forward and receive her token of appreciation. Also, from the same handicraft team, I would request Ms. Shazia Kausar, Management Department of Handicraft Association, to come forward. Shaista Kausar. Sorry, Ms. Shaista Kausar, Management Department of Handicraft Association of Pakistan. Asma Wajid. Likho. Now I would request Asma Wajid, Head of Women Empowerment Department of Sindh. Madam, kindly come forward and receive her token of appreciation. I would request Ms. Shahla Farooq from Coordinator HAP Marketing and Training Mentor Sindh. I would request Ms. Bakaya Zahri from Information Technology Sindh Department and CEO, Head of Women Empowerment. Finally, Ms. Tayyaba Salman from Information Technology Division Sindh. Now, the next session is to present the token of appreciation for our committee members who had been actively involved in this entire event. For that, we will request Dr. Lakshman Das to kindly present our token of appreciation to the conference chairman, Dr. Khalil Rahman Kumbhati Sahab. Dr. Lakshman ji. Now, I would request Dr. Khalil Rahman Sahab to kindly give token of appreciation to Dr. Lakshman Das Dumeja as a conference committee members. Now, I would request Dr. Kamran Taj to come forward and receive his token of appreciation. Now, I would request Dr. Wahid Maisar to kindly receive his token of appreciation as a committee member. Now, I would request Mr. Mudassir Ahmed Memon to kindly receive his token of appreciation. Now I request Dr. Zain Memon to receive his token of appreciation. Now for the committee chair members, I would request Dr. Sandar Ali Khwaja to kindly come forward and receive his token of appreciation. Dr. Sandar Ali Khwaja. Then I will request Dr. Raza Hussain Shah Sayyid to kindly come forward and receive his token of appreciation. Now I request Dr. Muhammad Ali Nizamani to kindly come forward and receive his token of appreciation. Now I request Mr. Wasim Javed Sumro to kindly come forward and receive his token of appreciation. Sir was busy all day with the stalls since last 2 days. इतनी खरीदारी कौन की जितना दड़का देना होता है. Finally, I would request Mr. Kamran Diary, Dr. Kamran Diary, sorry, to come forward and receive his token of appreciation from the committee. Now I would request Madam Arfa Bhutto to kindly come forward and receive her token of appreciation as conference organizer. Now my turn. So round of applause for myself as well.
Thank you, Zishan. It's a wonderful job. Without you, I think this is not possible. You helped me a lot. And even Sir Khalil, everyone, and every faculty member of my department, including the student, everyone.
Now, for the committee members that have been also actively a part of this conference since last 3 months, first we will start with Dr. Dilnawaz Hakro. Sir, if you are here, kindly come forward. No, then we would request Dr. Muhammad Ali Memon Saab. Sir, kindly come forward and receive a token. We would request Dr. Bisharat Rasool to kindly come forward and collect his token. I would request Dr. Imran Anwar Ujjan Saab to kindly, sir, come forward and receive his token of appreciation. Sir has been also actively busy and very actively involved in the activities. I would request Dr. Arjuman Bano to kindly come forward and receive her token of appreciation. And she's also session chair. I would request Dr. Sobia Mumtaz Memon to also come forward and receive her token of appreciation. She's also our session chair of the event. I would request Dr. Amir Memon to kindly come forward and receive his token of appreciation. List me. I would request Dr. Fahim Abbasi to kindly come forward and receive his token, please. I would request Dr. Shazia Abbasi to kindly come forward and receive her token of appreciation.
And I especially say, Shazia, thank you very much for 2 days managing all the refreshment which you had it. Okay, thank you very much, Shazia.
Now, Ms. Nurulan to kindly come forward and receive her token. Now, Dr. Niaz Arijo, sir, kindly come forward. Now I request Dr. Ayaz Hakdo to kindly come forward and receive his token. Now I request Mr. Ghulam Mustafa Shoro, sir, to kindly come forward and receive his token. Sir, now I request Mr. Aslam Kumbar Saab, sir, kindly come forward and receive his token. I would request Dr. Azhar Ayaz, if he is here. If not, I would request Ms. Unsa. She is not here. I would request Mr. Umair Memon. Umair Abdo, sorry. I would request Mr. Rahat Ali Khan to kindly come forward and receive his token. I would request Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto to kindly come forward and receive his token. He's on security. I would request Mr. Manan, if he is available. I would request Dr. Shiraz Ligari to kindly come forward and receive his token. Dr. Azhar Ayaz, achiyo, sir. Nalo khayo, sir, masavir. Achiyo na. Dr. Azhar Ayaz, kindly come forward, sir, on time. Hello. Now I would request Mr. Asif, our student. He has been actively involved in. थी भैया? नालिस आए, नालिस. नाजिश, नाजिश you cut it. Now I would request Dr. Nazish, Madam Nazish, to kindly come forward and receive her token of appreciation. Now I would request Mr. Syed Mehran to come forward. He has been actively involved in volunteering work. Huh? Aman Lashari. Now I request Mr. Aman Lashari. He is one of our own student, and as an entrepreneur, he has been working with it as a graphic designer. The entire graphics and branding you see from certificates to shield has been done him, and he has been very actively involved in the last few weeks with us. Okay. Thank you.
Out Aman, you cannot see this beautiful graphic designing, which the banners and everything, certificates, shields, everything he is